Do you know how many humans are in space right now? I'll give you a second. All of them. We are all in space. The Earth is in space. We are on the Earth, and we are in space. Welcome back to Sweet Infinity. My name is Kieran. Today I shall be reading from the Star Trek Tarot deck and guidebook. This is, of course, from The Next Generation, which is the best Star Trek, bar none. No questions will be asked or answered at this point. And this is probably my favorite deck. I know I say that about all of my decks, but this one is special, okay? It has a beautiful, almost but not quite shiny guidebook, tarot deck and guidebook. This is the guidebook part of it. Colored photos, descriptions for each card. The numeric cards, or pip cards as they're called, have symbols, while the court cards and the major arcana cards have characters from the show. The cards are set up so that the suit of Pentacles becomes the suit of Latinium. Then the suit of Wands becomes the suit of Cloaks. Then the suit of Cups becomes the suit of Starships. And the suit of Swords becomes the Bat'leths. Okay. A little hard to get your head around, but you know what? Totally worth it, because Star Trek, TNG, hello. We just had this discussion, right? The cards themselves are gorgeous. Nice size. Nice cardstock, okay? Really good deck. I will link this deck in the description if you would like to purchase it. If you're into tarot or anything at all, highly recommend getting this deck, okay? Thanks. So these are the cards. Lovely colors. Images of characters. One of my favorite characters, of course. We've got our Lieutenant Barclay, or Broccoli, as Captain Picard once called him by mistake. Then we have our suit decks, our pip cards, as they call it. So all the different suits. And so I shall be reading from this deck for you today. Let's get started. As I shuffle, please remember to subscribe to this channel. I do a lot of content. Not all of it is, Star Trek related, but I could pivot that way. If you're into that, let me know. Leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up too, okay? And I am also doing one-on-one readings. If you are so inclined, let me know. I would love to chat with you, see what kind of question you have, see how I can help you using tarot and oracle decks. I read from a different deck twice a week on video over here, and I also do one-on-one readings. If you are interested in one-on-one readings, I would be happy to set that up for you as well. Leave me a comment and let me know, and I shall get in touch. Okay, let's see what our reading is going to be about today. Knight of Cloaks. Ooh, the cloaks are the wands. So this is the Knight of Wands. Let's go to our handy dandy guidebook. See what it has to say about the Knight of Cloaks. Knight of Cloaks. Toreth. The Knight of Cloaks is fiercely loyal to whatever cause she pledges herself to. Always ready for battle, she trusts her instincts and will act on them without hesitation. Her confidence is matched only by her fearlessness, for better or for worse. The Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Cloaks in this case, is a character who believes, who is passionate, who goes forth and does the things that need to be done and carries forth the mission. That's the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Cloaks. And in this case, it is portrayed by the character Toroth, who was a Romulan, I believe. Next we have Five of Bat'leths. Oh, Five of Bat'leth. That is about fighting. That's a fight. That's a fight waiting to break out. Five of Swords. Okay. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Five of Swords. This reading is about some kind of mission that you have been on or that you think you should be on. Okay. It'll become clearer as we go along, but this is something to do with a mission where you're willing to fight for what's right, where you're willing to fight for what you believe in. Okay. That's the missionary, the one who is on a mission, and she, he, they are willing to fight. That's this card. Whatever it takes, come what may. So, why are you on this mission? What is the motivation for you? The Fool. Oh, wow. I feel like the second card next to it is also important. The World. The Fool and the World. These are the bookends of the major arcana. The Fool is the first card. The World is the last card of the major arcana of the tarot. That is so fascinating. The Fool is on a journey to complete their mission in life, whatever that may be. And in this case, it's played by Data, who is, of course, one of my favorite characters. And the World is the galaxy. So the galaxy is where the whole Star Trek universe takes place. The whole Star Trek journey takes place. So we asked, why are you on this mission? What motivates you to be on this mission? And we got these two cards. The Fool is on a mission to see the world, maybe to save the world. And the Fool is not just a fool as in an idiot, okay? I mean, of course, we're all idiots. But in some way, when we start off, we're all idiots. I mean, let's face it. We have to accept that. We have to accept that state of open to learning, open to change. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that is the best headspace to be in forever, in every aspect. You have to leave open a little bit of space for something new to get in, some new learning, some new insight, some new way to look at something, a new perspective, right? The Fool is the initiate. It's what's called beginner's mind in Buddhism, right? It's growth mindset. It's the idea that you have more to grow. You have more to learn. You have more to develop in yourself. The Fool is the initiate, trying to save and see the world and trying to become more part of the world, integrate into the world. To go back to the question, where's this conflict coming from? Because here's the Fool. How did the Fool become this person who is just on this like path of passion and the fight? Where's the fight coming from, right? Where's the fight coming from? What is the basis of the fight? Ace of Swords. Let's consult our guidebook, or as I like to call it, computer. Ace of Swords, or Ace of Batleth, sorry. Like a batleth to the heart, a great truth has struck you without mercy. This realization will give you the clarity and courage needed for the battles to come. Do not hesitate. A great challenge lies ahead, and you are well prepared to meet it. So you've been told that there is a great challenge ahead, and you are the perfect person to go meet it. Okay. We're still not really at the heart of what we asked. We asked, how did the Fool get into a position where they are on this mission to confront and fight and do whatever it takes to save the world and to see the world and to integrate in the world? What got them into this fighting position for the world? I get it. I mean, there's a lot to do, right? But how did you get there? What is your underlying personal motivation? So you've been given a mission. You've been given some kind of purpose. That's the Ace of Swords. Who gave you that mission? Where did it come from? Queen of Starships. Starships are cups. So this is the Queen of Cups. This is a maternal figure or a female leader or a female boss or maybe a grandmother. A woman who was very much your emotional support. Someone who you relied on for emotional sustenance growing up. Could have been your actual mother, could have been someone else, could have been a teacher. Someone who you really looked up to, idolized and idealized in some way, who was very generous with her emotions for you, who supported you, who loved you, who took care of you, and somehow your mission is tied with her. Your mission is tied with what you felt you owe her. Maybe you felt that this was assigned to you by her, this battle, this mission in life. Because you wanted to just see the world. You wanted to integrate and be part of this world, right? That's what Data wants. He wants to be human. And somehow, through a series of events, you became an activist, a guerrilla fighter, a missionary. You're on a path. And it's okay to be on that path. But we are doing a reading. We want to find out, is there any incongruity in any of this? So, how did this loving, gentle, generous figure become the motivation for you to be on a mission? Where's the story here? Let's ask the cards. 2 of Latinium. Let's consult the computer. 2 of Latinium. You have found balance between spiritual well-being and Latinium profits. You seek to find harmony between all aspects of your life, including career, relationships, and personal health. Keep striving to maintain this balance, for it shall benefit you greatly. Interesting. One more card. Something to do with Latinium. 10 of Latinium. Okay. So you went from 2, where you had balance, to abundance. Okay, 10 of Latinium is about all the kinds of earthly abundance you could want. You don't believe me? I'll read from the computer. What good is Latinium without family and friends to enjoy it with? Your home and community have grown prosperous due to your success. Still keep an eye on your profits. Rule of acquisition number 75. Home is where the heart is, but the stars are made of Latinium. I don't know what that means, but yes, you know what I mean. Okay. Here's the story I'm getting. You have been on a mission that is cultivated by an emotionally supportive figure, and it has to do with acquiring worldly possession. And I feel like you have even become somewhat hardened, jaded in a way, where you have maybe lost touch with what was originally the draw that you had to this figure. You see, we have a lot of swords, Latiniums. We have the Knight of Cloaks or Wands. We only have 1 cups. The cup is about emotion, about love, about connection. But we only have 1, but you have all these other things going on. But this is the thing that drove you. Why are you avoiding your emotions in the rest of this? Are you trying to reach an emotional cradle, place, home, sense of comfort through argumentation, fighting, not just physically, but in some way, a lot of analyses and planning and strategy, and a lot of material accumulation without really paying attention to the emotional side? Now, emotions were always difficult for Data, the character in TNG, which is, of course, the best Star Trek, as we already established. So this Data and this Queen of Cups would always be in the show at polar opposites, because she is all about emotion. She's all about being in touch with her emotions. She's all about being comfortable with her emotions. And he is an android. He's the best android, but he is an android. And one of his biggest things was that he never feels emotions. He tries to mimic emotions. And there were times when he did or came close to feeling emotion, but that was always his aspiration, to feel emotions, to be human. So this is interesting that you are sort of disconnected from your emotions in a way. But you're trying to reach that place of emotional stability, emotional abundance. You have other kinds of abundance. You've won a lot of battles. You've got a lot of insight about a lot of things, not knowledge, expertise even, I would say. You've got a good little nest egg for yourself, family, community, friends, abundance. But there's something missing, and that is, I think, your connection to this figure and your feeling emotionally fulfilled. So what will emotionally fulfill you at this point in your journey towards integrating with the world, finding the world, saving the world, seeing the world? Let's see. Knight of Starships. Again, we have a starship card now. Knight of Starships, Knight of Cups. What a beautiful card. Let's read from the computer. Okay. Knight of Starships. Nella Darren. The Knight of Starships is a giving soul who freely shares her affection. She often helps others better understand their newly blossoming emotions. This card may also indicate a new romance or a newly received heartfelt message. Be prepared to take action. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. The Knight of Starships, or the Knight of Cups, is about showing emotion, about being romantic, about just letting it all hang loose, not worrying about what anybody else is going to think, not worrying about being cringe, okay? Just be the romantic that you know you are. Maybe you don't show your emotions. You've got a wonderful family. You've got all these things. You got all these accolades and things hanging on the walls about how great things you've done. But you know what? Do you actually show affection to those you love? Do you say, I love you? Do you hug them? Like, show and verbally say and show with your emotions, with your actions, what you feel about them. Because I feel like you could do more of that. I feel like you could do more of that. And you know what? Sometimes be silly. I mean, I wouldn't know anything about being silly. I'm a very serious person, but I've heard that being silly can be fun and very nice and very warm. And, try it. Try it. Also, maybe like write a poem. Okay? It could be a bad poem. Not all of us can write very good poetry, but we still try. You can try. There's no rules. The only rule is there are no rules. And also other rules, like when you're driving. But other than that, there are no rules. I mean, follow the law. But other than that, be a Knight of Cups or Knight of Starships. Look at her. She's so happy. She's looking at the sky and all the things that are out there. Be like that, okay? Now, what is your ultimate expression of love, of your emotional ability, of your affection, okay? What is that? How can you get started on being this emotionally generous, kind, open person? I hope it's a good one. Okay. Ace of Latinium. That's interesting. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Give gifts. I'll bet you are really good at giving gifts if you really want to be. Ace of Pentacles is about starting a new project, investing in something new, giving some really useful gift that somebody could use. And, you apparently have a lot to give. You've got all this going on here, okay? You've got stuff to give, physically, materially, gifts, physical gifts that you can make or you can buy. Money you can invest in those people who you care about, who are doing something that you think could take them to the next level. You can show your love in ways that involve helping them start new projects, helping the people that you love and the causes that you support start something new. That's what came up. Ace of Latinium, Ace of Pentacles, which is about new projects. So you have been on this journey to integrate with the world, to see the world, to maybe on some level make the world a better place, make a difference, leave your mark. And you've got this amazing legacy built up. You have done a lot. You have achieved a certain amount of balance in your life when it comes to work and your own personal mental health, okay? And yet you've been through a lot of stuff. It hasn't been easy going for you. You've been through a lot of strife, competition, rivalry, conflict, okay? You have fought with words, you have fought with strategy, okay? That's strategy over here, right? You have done your bit, and you are at a point in your life where you have reached a certain level of stability, and you can afford to be generous, and you can afford to explore your emotional side more. And you can even use your physical resources to explore those things. Because there are a lot of people who would love that, who would love your help, your experience, your expertise, your knowledge, your insights, and physical help from you. They could use your help starting a new business, setting up a new studio, if they want to have a new baby and need some support with that. They could use your help with producing stuff they want to sell, an investment of some kind. They could use your help getting a new place for themselves. Maybe they've outgrown where they're living. Look around you. Look at the people that you care about, that you have ever cared about, and see what they need, because you have it in you to share. And that's going to help you get in touch with the original motivation for you, which is emotional abundance, emotional comfort, emotional sustenance. Okay. Wow. I hope that this has been useful, helpful. I hope that it helped you explore new frontiers. I hope that you have enjoyed the little lightheartedness we sometimes like to cultivate here. If you would like to purchase this deck, please go ahead and check out the affiliate links that are in the description below. If you'd like to support me, I would really appreciate it. I am going to be putting up some behind the scenes and some live content, live stream content for Patreons. You can check out my Patreon account info in the description. And if you're into one-on-one readings, I would be happy to assist you. Send me a comment here and I will definitely get in touch with you. If you like the reading, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot for listening. I hope you have a good day. Always take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a sweet infinity.